Good morning. This is Michael Dong on episode number 17. What is a balanced absorbance mobile phase and how do you use it? A balanced absorbance mobile phase is used in gradient analysis to reduce the baseline shift for far UV detection, for example, 210 to 230 nanometer detection. How do you do that? You do it by reducing the concentration of the common acidic additives such as TFA or trifluoacetic acid, formic acid or acetic acid. You reduce the concentration in mobile phase B to about 60% of that in the mobile phase A. Now, why do we need to do things like that? Uh, it turned out that the high absorbance of these acids in mobile phase B are caused by a phenomenon in physical chemistry called the chromophoric shift, where the landmarks of a UV spectrum shifted to higher wavelength in a different solvent environment, such as organic solvent. So since the shift is towards longer wavelength, it appears though the absorbance is higher for something like TFA in mobile phase B in acetonitrile versus that in water, causing the baseline to rise up. Now, the benefit of using a balanced absorbance mobile phase, uh, agreeably, is mostly cosmetic. However, there is a real benefit since a flatter baseline or less gradient shift would increase peak integration accuracy, particularly for trace peak, which is underneath, eluding after the main component. So the use of these balanced absorbance mobile phase is actually quite common in stability indicating pharma assay using a far UV detection, and also particularly in peptide mapping for biopharma research using TFA gradient monitoring typically for the peptide bond at 214. So it's very common to see that ratio of 60% of the acids in mobile phase B versus that in mobile phase A. As mentioned earlier, the use of balanced absorbance mobile phase for far UV detection is most prominently used for these common additives such as TFA, formic acid, acetic acid, and other additives. Shown here is an example using TFA. In this case, mobile phase A is 0.1% TFA in water. B is same amount of 0.1% TFA in the acetonitrile. Because of the chromophoric shift for the absorbance of TFA in the acetonitrile environment, is shift towards longer wavelength, one see a gradient shift, a rise in baseline of roughly about 0.1 absorbance unit when detected at 230 nanometers. So these are very common. So once again, in case study one, we show you in order to reduce the gradient shift, one can lower uh, the TFA concentration in mobile phase B or acetonitrile to roughly about 60% of that in mobile phase A, meaning that you would use a mobile phase B concentration of 0.06%. In this case, one can almost have a flat baseline. So by reducing the TFA concentration to 60% of the mobile phase A, we can offset the gradient shift. Now, when you do that, the method performance, such as peak shape and also method sensitivity, is generally not affected at all. So there's really no consequence on the chromatogram. However, if we reduce the concentration of TFA to lower concentration, we can also reduce the gradient shift. But the if the analyte turn out to be highly basic, typically one would get the peak might be visibly broader due to the fact that with the lower concentration TFA having a weaker ion pairing effect and also less of a less acidic mobile phase with a little bit more solenophilic activity, a less solenophilic suppression effect would give you a little bit broadening of the peak, which is not very desirable. But nevertheless, you can see if you measure the baseline shift, is reduced 50-fold under these conditions to 0.002 absorbance unit, right? So this can be done. Case study number 2 was indicated in the previous video. Shown here, stability indicating HPLC method using also a balanced mobile phases with detection wavelength was set at 230. So for this particular NCE, the selection of the monitoring wavelength is kind of problematic because the actual lambda max is at 258, which is a very low molar absorptivity. So typically you need to go to 5 UV, which is fine, without any degradation of method performance. However, to reduce gradient shift, we would use a balanced absorbance strategy here, shown here. The mobile phase B concentration of TFA is 0.03 rather than 0.05 in mobile phase A. And one can see that we can attain an LOQ or sensitivity down to 0.05% according to the ICH guidelines. And here is a chromatogram with the full at full scale with the absorbance unit of 1 for the API peak, and in a expanded scale under very high sensitivity, showing the API, the isomer, the precursor, which is almost at a limit of detection, limit of quantification of 0.05%. This is the immediate precursor for the synthetic route, and this is a stability indicating method for an NCE, which has been validated for release testing, and also stability study of the GLP tox lot. Detail is available in this references in this book in chapter 10. So here are some references, including the UV channel URL shown here. On that note, thank you for your attention to episode number 17. What is a balanced absorbance mobile phase? See you next time.